Okay, let's talk about the biggest issue so far this year, and it's been the duty of care. We've seen one instance tonight with a bit of a brush between Adrian Hickmott and also the umpire. Nothing happened from there. There was a meeting yesterday, AFL Players Association, Umpires Association. Here's the clearing of the way with the bouncers. You've had 2 reports, one for interfering with an umpire with Harvey and 2 for running into it. What sort of a problem is it at the moment?
Look, it was a huge problem last year. We had several umpires concussed. We had several umpires get cracked and bruised ribs. We had several umpires get cork thighs. We had a lot of umpires hitting the deck, we felt, unnecessarily. We took a stance on that over summer. It was pretty difficult to do it through the middle of last year, but we said come next season we don't want to see this happening. So as an umpiring department we took a number of steps. Number one was to clear the umpires out of that hot spot at centre half forward, which we did, and you'll see tonight in all other games the umpires are closer to the boundary at centre half forward rather than that corridor area. The second thing we did is what you saw an example of on the television screen was Stuart Weng clearing a passage behind him at bounce downs, because that's a very vulnerable time. And the other thing we said we'd do, if the umpire felt that the contact was avoidable and unnecessary, he'd pay a free kick, and where they thought it was severe, we'd make a report. Now, we made that very clear to everybody. We made it clear to the clubs, the coaches. We spoke to the media about it. We spoke to the umpires about it. Everyone knows about it. We've had 2 after 91 games of footy, including 27 Ansett Cup games and 64 home and away. And it's something we feel strongly about.
You can live with those percentages then?
Absolutely.
Okay. David Neitz last week, going to the umpires at the end of the match, where the umpires are going towards the crowd, a spirited, emotional finish, controversial finish. What do you think about that?
Look, you know, I've got a terrific respect for the Melbourne Footy Club, particularly Neil Danaher, the coach, and look, we spoke about this through the week. There was a couple of incidents just prior to the end of the game, perhaps in the last minute or 2, and Neil was wanting some clarification on those because it had just happened.
Are you in favour of a player going to the umpires at the end of a match?
At the end of the match, I haven't got a real problem with it. At the end of a quarter, the captain can go up. At halftime, the captain can go up. And in this case, because it had happened so close to the end of the game and Neil and I had spoken about it, I don't really have a problem with that.
Deliberately out of bounds. We've seen so many controversial decisions. One tonight. Now, Blakey's a long way away from the action here, from the boundary line. What do you think about that decision?
Look, that's right on the end of the furthest distance you'd like to see it paid from. I mean, we have spoken to the umpires about deliberate out of bounds. Greasy nights like this, it's very easy for the player to disguise a deliberate out of bounds. That would be the end of the scale. I mean, that one there, probably John was a little bit stiff, but the umpire obviously felt that he was going straight to the line and paid it.
Jeff, we do have to leave it there. Thanks for your time.
No worries,
You've cleaned
Bruce.
up a few things, and good luck for the rest of the season, mate.
Thanks, Bruce.
And just